Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to
Man,
a
I
new
gotta give
edition of
y'all flowers, man.
the Sports Shop 27. I'm your
Man,
host.
man, y'all about to make me cry, man. Y'all, hey,
Oh,
I
man,
don't know.
come on.
Hey, boy, y'all boys the truth.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man.
Take
I'm
it
your
back,
host,
man.
Jermaine Coulter. I like to thank my main man, KJ, Kevin Johnson, former cornerback, 1999 to 2002, Clemson University. And
Right.
today's special guest, we got our high school teammate. This guy
That's
right
right,
here
man.
was known for dropping the
Take that,
pound on
baby.
practice. He's a bruiser. Went to Johnson C. Smith. Played at
Handle
Orangeburg High School, class of 1999. We'd like to thank our guest for coming on, Mr. Antonio
so
Jamison. What's
handle,
going
man.
on, baby?
What's up? What's up, bros? What's up, baby? What's
Baby.
up?
Go to the
Nothing
shop,
much,
baby.
man.
Boy, I
Nothing but love.
appreciate y'all, man. I love what y'all doing, man. Y'all keep doing. Got
Oh,
to give
man.
y'all flowers now. Got to give
Hey,
y'all
appreciate
flowers
it, man.
now.
I appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
bro. Appreciate it. We love you too, man. Thanks for
Yeah, man.
coming on the show. For the people that don't know you, Antonio, let them know where you're from and a little bit
About
about
the
your background.
background, baby.
Man, I'm from Orangeburg, South Carolina, man. I was raised and born in Orangeburg, South Carolina, man.
Warrensburg.
Man, I lived on Wood Street. That's in the Sprinkle Avenue neighborhood. That's the street behind Sprinkle Avenue. So it's Sprinkle, Wood Street, and Mill Street. That's where I'm originally from and raised up. Then we moved to Bain Street. So
Yep.
we like a tri-state area. So
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, Orangeburg, South Carolina, man. Shout out to Wood Street, Sprinkler Avenue, Bain Street, Mill Street, Stone Alley, any of that area around there. If I missed something, forgive me.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Hey, man. So, what age you start playing sports? And what sport was your first love, man, growing
Man,
up?
I started playing sports probably four.
Four?
Whenever I could, probably younger than that. Well, when I can remember, probably 4 or 5.
Okay.
Okay.
But I didn't play legitimate sport now because I'm from the hood, so Orangeburg is I curse a little bit or no?
It's PG-13.
No 13? No,
G13.
no. Oh,
PG-13.
I don't know what I mean. No
Uh,
cursing.
Not
yeah.
neutral, man.
Yeah, no
Neutral.
cursing. Okay. But you know how Orangeburg is, so they wouldn't let us play legitimate ball. My first legitimate ball was at Belleville
Yep.
in the 7th grade. We play in the
Yep.
hood and we play at the center every day, all the time. So
Okay.
I ain't played legitimate ball until the 7th grade.
And you was on B team, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
hmm
So, talk about some of the players that you looked up to. I see you got that Lawrence Taylor jersey on right there. The draft night.
Players in what? In NFL,
Just
high
people,
Yeah,
school,
NFL.
what?
just people that you really admire. It could be either or. It doesn't matter.
Who
Or
I really
NFL.
admire? Oh, excuse me. Who I really admire growing up from OW? Woody. You had Louis Sprinkle, Elamine, um, JD, Cassius, my cousin Travis, Thomas Cobb. I don't want to miss nobody. And KJ, I play with KJ, Corey, Keto,
All right.
all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Um,
For real.
I really don't want to miss nobody before us. I want to get the people Jackie,
Yeah.
Okay.
um, Thomas Cole. I say Jackie Thomas Cole, um, Devron, Pat,
Yeah.
Nate Pitts,
Name is a good one.
Elamine, Raheem,
Yeah.
Omar played with me too. Cause Omar played with me in high school and college.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
But NFL, anybody from the Giants, Lauren Taylor, David Maggett, Harry Carson, Carl Banks, you know what I mean? Ray Lewis, you know what I mean? Dion, Ed
Oh, yeah.
Reed, Sean Taylor, there God bless him. Man, there's so many, man. Man,
Yes,
if
a
I
bunch
keep
of
talking, you wouldn't even be able to host the show if I keep naming them, man.
All right. So
yeah.
Trying to get you a few.
that motivated you to go on to play football and organize football with B team, and your coach was I want to say Coach BC at the time.
No, BC wasn't our seventh grade. Who was our seventh grade? BC was our seventh grade head coach. Our eighth grade coach changed.
Yep.
BC, we won the championship. Me and Craig Freeman, all of us,
Yep.
and Amica and all of us. We won the championship. My seventh grade year.
Yep. It's
So
where Duke.
what our position? What position you started out with?
I started off at tight end. They
Okay,
had me
cool.
at tight end and at linebacker.
All
There
right.
you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many touchdowns did you have that season?
Uh, when you're in seventh grade, they don't give you the ball that much. They make you block a little more. I had about 4, 5.
That's still a lot at tight end,
Yeah.
And I think we played like 8 games, right?
Right.
So we only played like 4 teams twice or something like that.
No, we played Bennett, A team and B team, Brookdale, A team and B team.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, that's 4 games. Then with the playoffs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about what did you learn from making that transition from B team and then 8th grade and going to high school. What
Well,
was
I learned everything from my hood, man. My uncle, my cousin, they raised me right. So I was ahead of the game at the time when I touched that field. I was already ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was ahead. So I really ain't learned fundamentals until I got to high school. So middle school I was already ahead of the game. High school I was ahead of the game, but that's where I learned how to play. I learned the fundamentals, and I learned plays, and not just running around. So
There you go.
you know what I mean?
So what coach in high school, help your game out? What coach
Man,
was that once you got to high school?
all the coaches, Coach Brown is the man. So I'm always giving him his flowers. He saved my life.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
you know how that go. But Coach Henry, Coach Brock, Coach
Mm-hmm.
Matt, Coach Middleton, Coach Calloway,
Man.
they got the best of Coach Norman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We had great coaches, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had great coaches, man. That saved my life, man.
I understand. I know. So let's talk about you finding your way as a linebacker at OW. I know the coaches were very influential and they knew the plays and the position. But talk about your tenacity and the way that you dedicate yourself to come to practice, no matter what type of punishment or what win, lose, or draw, you there at practice every day and maintaining at least a 3.5 in high school.
Man, for what dedicated me to practice?
What's that?
It wasn't. You know what dedicated me? I'm from the hood, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everybody from my neighborhood could have played on that team.
You right.
On Debbie, right?
You right.
But I was one of the few that stayed out of the drug game and went the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what motivated me was I made a promise to my grandma, Mary Lee James, dead God bless her, that I was the first one in my family to graduate high school and college. So that was a big thing to me. So I was motivated just to graduate, man. Football the only thing was gonna save my life, man. Cause I still got to go back to the hood, and I still gonna do the same thing. Regardless, I'm gonna do a little dirt and get away and come back and go to practice and do the same and play ball.
Dang, like nothing happened.
Right. So
who was the coach that stayed on you the most?
Coach Brown.
That's a good one.
Coach Brown.
What was his advice to you? When would he pull you to the side? What did he say to you to change you?
What you mean when you say change me?
Like it made you change your thought process on the path that you was headed to made you dedicate your life to
Well,
commit?
it wasn't nothing he said. Is what he showed me. You know what I mean?
Okay, what he showed you.
He showed me
Yeah,
that he loved me. You know what I mean? I was a hood kid, and he knew all about my hood and some of the people that came over there and quit and cursed and maybe want to fight him. But I was one that always just been like whatever you say, coach. Okay, I might not agree with it, but I do it.
That's what's up, man.
man.
Dedication
So
and nowadays.
Yeah. Like the love he showed for me, that always had me. You know what I mean? I had to walk to practice. Y'all ain't know that. I had to walk to practice, man.
dang,
All the way to Bain Street, all the way to thing. And he one day he ended up seeing me walking though, and he just picked me up and took me home. And from that day, I ain't had to walk back to Bain Street no more. You know what I mean?
I didn't
yeah,
know that. See,
dang,
He
that's
will
why we on
he
this
will
show.
he will always
good
make
for
sure
him.
I was good. You know what I mean? If he didn't take me, it would be a player to take me home. Before I moved to state court, I ain't moved to state court until like my 11th grade or senior year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So when
yeah.
you went home, was it hard to like focus and stuff? Like when it came home, like was it really hard for you? I
No,
know.
no, no, no. I got a
And,
loving
and,
family.
and do your homework. Do your homework,
Yeah,
No,
I'm
huh?
studying.
talking about as far as your work. Like you be so
What you
tired
mean
from
work?
walking. Like before he picked you up, you be so tired from walking. Did that affect your
No,
schoolwork?
no, no. I had great energy, so I never been tired. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Like
okay,
my energy was out the roof. I never been tired. Now I
okay.
might go home and eat a big meal and go to sleep early, but I never was like you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Hey
let's
man,
talk
so
about. Go ahead,
so
KJ.
playing high school ball, man. Orangeburg, Wilkinson High School. Who you feel like the competition in the area, man? Who was the team to beat your time playing there? Was it Irmo or
Doing which year you talking? Are you talking about senior year?
uh,
He just
yes?
said saying
I
throughout
mean,
our
this
I
the
I
sophomore.
played since my 10th grade year, so um of my 10th grade year it would have been Aiken, Jamal Reynolds, them boys. 11th grade year would have been
Lexington.
Somerville High.
Yeah, we lost by 7.
My 12th grade year,
Spartanburg.
nah, they beat us, but they wasn't that good. We wasn't ready.
Y'all just had a bad
Yeah,
game.
If can't I tell you, if we could play them the next day, we'll whip them.
yeah, we would have got him, man.
We was just it was
Yeah,
a lot going on. It was a lot going on. He'll tell you it was a lot going on.
yeah. We weren't prepared.
I don't
They
respect I don't respect that. I don't respect that. The, Spartanburg was good though, but
yeah, they had one good
they
player.
couldn't beat us. My 12th grade year, I would have to say the 11th grade year Gaffney, 12th grade year Somerville.
Okay.
Some,
Yeah. So talk about playing linebacker. How did it feel when you got your first start
Or in high school or college.
in high school?
High school.
High school, man. I was already had the game, so I loved it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
loved it. I loved it. You know what I mean? It just I always, we play football. We rough from where I come from. Bain Street, the Wood Street, Springer area.
Yeah.
We rough, man. We play football since we was little. We play against adults. We play against our uncles and our older cousins. So
Oh yeah.
we weren't playing the kids. Whoever was the youngest may have been me, my baby brother or something. But
Yeah.
all the younger kids were playing. We always played with the older adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They raised us right. They raised us right, man. That's why that's why we that's why I was so tough.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just pretty much the kind of way everybody grew up in the Burg. Older cousins, older siblings playing ball, playing in the dark until like the street light come on type deal. Weekends. So just talk about your senior year. What was it like when the letters start coming in, when you start getting noticed by certain teams and stuff?
So KJ, I tell you that was great. That was great. KJ, Keto, Corey, we all us. You know what I mean? We get them North Carolina. Every school had the color of his school. North Carolina had that little sky blue. Clemson had that little orange. Gamecocks had a little black and garnet. Different school, Wake Forest, different schools and stuff. East Carolina had a little purple. So we get the letters. We live for that. That was. If you get a letter, you be like, man. It's like you was sad. It's like I don't want to say it, but like how people in jail when they get a letter, it's like I'm happy to get that letter. You was as a child, you was happy, especially when you might not get a letter from Coach Brown. Come hang your letter. See, it started with Coach Brown handing your letters. Then they would send them in your mail. They would send it in your mail. But at first, it was Coach Brown handing you your letters. And then they would come in your mail. Then your birthday, they'll send you something. You know what I mean?
What's up?
But that was like, it was like, you love that, man. It was great, man. It's like a feeling like, especially for me. I'm like, how the hell I'm gonna get this hood?
So what letters did you get? What schools?
Huh?
What schools was offering you at the time?
There's a difference between the letters and offer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I got letters from I got letters and notes from like 6 or 7 schools, but I got in a little trouble and was losing a little scholarships. I had a USC, the Gamecocks, Virginia Tech, East Carolina, Steve Logan thing. KJ remember that. I don't know. I don't think Clemson ever gave me an offer. Wofford, different. And then all the majority of all the black colleges. Then you had some D3 schools, and then Washington State. That would surprise me the most. Washington State gave me an offer. Well, not an offer, a letter. So that surprised me the most. When Ryan Leaf went to the purple, no, did he went to Washington State or did he went to Washington? The ones that purple and they purple and gray or something. That surprised me the most. But my biggest two that in Tennessee, Philip Farmer was the coach at the time.
Yep.
Virginia Tech, Syracuse.
So in New York.
Well, I ain't had many as KJ, Keto, and Corey, but I was up there with them boys.
Yeah, you look. Hey man, did you take any visits before you chose to go to Johnson C. Smith?
No, you gotta think. Remember, I started losing my scholarship. I got in trouble. Remember, we only go there. I started going in trouble because you remember USC, Tennessee, and Virginia Tech. I'm not gonna say I could have went, but Lou Holt just came. Brad Scott got fired and went to Clemson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
And I never got an offer for Clemson. I don't think.
Okay.
But USC was where I had verbally commit to one of the coaches. Then V Tech, the year Michael Vick lost to Florida State now in the championship. Yeah. I probably could have went there.
Okay.
Too.
Oh, they go out punter Dwayne.
But then when I got in trouble and started losing scholarships, like I was doing at that time. Then only people messing with me was black colleges.
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh man, I got scared. Because when I committed to Johnson C. Smith, some other colleges came after that. My grandma told me like, boo, boo, boo. So Savannah State.
Hey Hammer, Dwayne Hammer, say what up, Ant?
Huh?
You see it on the screen? Dwayne Hamilton said, "What
Oh,
up?"
tell Dwayne I say what's up. Dwayne, me and
Yeah.
Dwayne went to Smith, our summer thing at Smith together. Amica went to Smith with me for like a semester, for
Okay.
like a year or two.
Yeah.
Him and
All right.
Jamal Felder.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Amica and Mama and them took me there. They just drove me there.
Okay.
Amica, Mom, and my daddy kind of tight. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Yeah. Good people, man.
yeah, and I love Amica. That's my dog.
Yeah. Me and him used to go to punting camp together every year.
No man, Amica kick the hell out of the ball.
All right. I'm for real, man. He was the best kicker and like punter in the state.
Mm-hmm.
Yards per punt.
Only way Amica ain't stay at Smith, we ain't had no money, man.
Oh yeah, so y'all was low on funding then. That's
Yeah.
who was really trying to grow.
And Smith was high, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard that tuition was
Smith
high.
was high, man.
A lot of people transferred out of there after the first.
Yeah, it was high, dog. If you didn't have a scholarship, even you had a scholarship, you still had to get some Pell Grant. I was on full scholarship, bro, and still had to get some Pell Grant and stuff.
Okay. So what was it like? Go ahead.
Huh?
Yeah, I was asking you, what's the reason you chose to go to Johnson C. Smith? What's the reason you chose to play for him?
I was scared, man. I losing my scholarship. I promised my grandma I'm going to college. I said the next school to offer me, I'm going. But I went to Smith on a visit, and they're playing North Carolina Central on basketball, right? And then I had a scholarship North Carolina Central too. Coach Saxon was going to make sure. So I told Smith off of scaredness, but I still say that's the best thing I ever did in life. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I chose Smith of being like I got to go to some school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But when I went up there, it was so fun. I had so much fun. And I loved it. You know what I mean? Like I think where we from, and the thing, I go on the basketball game and break boy off the chain. Football team showing us love. Then Malachi was up there. Malachi and Troy was up there at the time playing with the team. So Malachi would drive us to where the hotel would be at. But and the girls showing us love, and man, we going to the parties, clubs, man, it was so much. I fell in love with Smith after that. I was signing with Smith because I was scared, but I love it. So I was signing with them regardless. They didn't even have to show me that. It could have been bored. It could have been anything.
Yeah,
I told my grandma I'm signing. I told the coach I'm signing. He said, "You don't even know how much I've been." I said, "I don't even care." Coach Hardness. I said, "I don't even care. I'm signing."
I'm saying, how do you? I mean, did you had a feeling or what, man? How did you just like? I'm just gonna go to that school.
The feeling was I was scared. I was scared, KJ. I had to leave
Yeah.
Ernstburg. You know where I'm from, so and at that time, what was going on? All type of drug selling and pistol playing, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't stay there because I would been a part of that.
Yeah, it was a trap. Yeah, man.
We loyalty. The hood, every person, my partners, they know me from around my Bain Street partners. We know Dirty Town, Springer, we know, Wood Street, Mill Street, we know. We riding together regardless, you know what I mean? And that was a fault of mine, you know what I mean? To loyalty, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
loyalty, man.
I'll never take anything back because, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get away. So I couldn't stay in Ernstburg. And then when Coach Brown say leave and don't come back.
Hey, you better listen.
I listen. Coach Saxon told me the same thing. I said, Coach, I done signed. I don't think I signed yet. I said, I done commit. He said, you committed to USC. I said, yeah, but I didn't commit to Johnson C. Smith. He said, no. Coach Saxon. He said, because Coach Saxon was Central. He said, and I got a kid that played with Central now too. Let's shout out Jamar Taylor for Central, North Carolina Central.
Shout out.
Hey, but He was
Come on the
like,
show, man.
no, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you to North Carolina Central. I say, Coach, hey. I said, okay. But I already know I was going to Smith.
That's what's up, man.
I fell in love with Smith. Like, I'm from Ernstburg. Y'all probably been out of town. Only the farthest I've been was Jacksonville, Florida at the time. Jacksonville, Atlanta, and Carolyn. That's the farthest I went in North Carolina.
Wow.
at the
Well,
time, when I was there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. We got some highlights, man, that we won't get into real quick. I ain't want to cut you off, KJ, but I was trying to keep the segment rolling. Gonna go ahead and get into like some videos and stuff, man. It's the history of college, things of that nature, history of HBCU schools. So everybody that's watching, make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We got former Orangeburg Wilkinson High School standout linebacker and Johnson Smith, linebacker Antonio Hamlet Jamison. All right, we'll be right back after this clip. We don't own the rights to the film or the music. All right, I'm going to put that out there.
Throughout Black History Month, we are shining a spotlight on local, historically Black colleges and universities in the Carolinas. There are several right here in our area. All new tonight, WCNC Charlotte's Ruby Durham shows us the rich history of Johnson C. Smith University.
Johnson C. Smith University.
It's hold high the gold and blue.
It's the historical Black college that sits on 100 Beatties Ford Road, just west of Uptown.
An HBCU is family.
In 1867, the four-year liberal arts institution was founded to educate freed slaves. Through 1876, it was referred to as Biddle Memorial Institute. That's until it was changed to Biddle University after Colonel W.R. Myers donated the school's first 8 acres of land. The first Black football game was played by Biddle University against Livingstone College in 1892. Years later, the university became the first Black college in the South to offer professional courses in education in 1919. Then in 1924, the school was recognized as a four-year college by the state, resulting in it being named Johnson C. Smith University.
Our mission is to empower, engage, and transform students.
And it's the same call to action 150 years later. Today, it offers 23 degree-seeking programs for over 1,300 students.
It's a plethora of opportunities.
Extracurricular opportunities as well. There are currently 15 NCAA Division II teams.
It's about football, but it's really about the band, halftime.
A total of 60 student programs and 9 fraternities and sororities.
I am a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the only, right?
It's the HBCU in the Queen City.
This is a true gem in the crown of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Graduating first-generation students, leaders in the community, and across the nation.
For any student who is contemplating, where do I go to school, I would encourage you to look at HBCU. More specifically, look at Johnson C. Smith University.
Ruby Durham, WCNC Charlotte.
Yeah, we back, man.
We back, man. Hey, man, y'all the truth, man.
Y'all like about that, Emma?
Yeah. About that video, man. Is that a true statement, man? That people should be going to.
That's true, and that's of the newer administration. That's my girl right there. She look out for me. I'm a member of Groove Fight Groove. Social fellowship. You know what I mean? Incorporated. And then I got a great relationship with the campus. I'm at all the games. I'm tailgating, I'm donating money, so.
Man,
that's send chill up, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, hey, talk about what coach or player, man, that made you feel at home when you got to Johnson C. Smith.
What coach?
What coach or player?
Coach Brooks. Coach Jeffrey Brooks. He was a coach. He was a coach, but you got to think when I got there, he was a graduate coach. So he just graduated. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But you know, my partner, my quarterback, Dez Brown, made me feel at home. Craig Brown, his brother, you know, Jimmy Bell, running back, and then, you know, all our incoming freshmen, me and my business partner, Julian Tangle, you know, Rod Smith from Sumter, we played against him. Trey King from Manning, Trick Daddy, Nicholas Murray, Trick Daddy, that's my best friend. I'm gonna tell you the story about. I got time to tell the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, he played with Darlin. Remember we blow them out, right? But remember when we was at state, the camp, Willie Jefferson camp?
Yeah.
And we was talking trash to them and hitting their bus and stuff, that little purple bus.
Yeah.
Man, the number 4, he wore number 4. For Darlington. Remember that Monday we went and saw him play Eau Claire, remember?
I remember that, man.
Yeah, remember we went and saw him play Eau Claire.
Yeah.
Like, and then we started talking trash. I'm like, you ain't doing none of that on us. Man, that became my best friend, man. That became my best friend.
Oh.
Dog, I love that nigga that's dead. Well, he already dead. Man, that's my dog. We did everything together.
Oh man, he died.
To this day, either he still be living or we both been dead. We always ride together back to his hometown of Darlington, right? But I said, I want to see my grandma. My grandma was sick at the time. And I like, man, it was like Christmas Eve. Well, it was like the 23rd. He came to my apartment. Him, Jimmy Bell, and Murdoch. Murdoch from Hartsville. So we rode to his aunt house, came back. Like, man, I can't go with you. I'm going home to see my grandma. And then Elamine called me. A couple of people called me. Elamine called me, and Omar called me and be like, man, Trick gone. I like, man, what you talking about, man? I said, yeah. But I already know because his mama had already called me. And my grandma don't wake me up early in the morning for nothing. About 7 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Man.
And my grandma sent one of the twins that got me. I don't know, it was red or tired. One of them, they couldn't wake me up. You know, I cursed them out. I said, man, get. And I can hear my grandma say, Anno, wake up. And so I went and I walked to her room. Say, you want to take this phone call? And the phone call was my business partner, Tangle. He was like, man, I thought they robbed our house, man. You know, I thought they robbed our apartment or something. You know what I mean? He said, you don't believe that. I said, go check my closet. He said, man, I ain't that. He said, man, Trick dead. And that was like my best friend in college, man. My best friend was Trick, and my business partner, Judah Tank. But, man, that had hurt me, man. That hurt me so bad. And his mama called me. And I was like, I already knew. I tried to play dumb because I ain't want to think. I know. She like, how you let Scampo, that's his nickname, how you let Scampo kick the bucket on us? I said, what you talking about? I already know. But I wanted to get it confirmed. You know, sometimes you don't want to believe something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I ain't really believe it till she called me. I said, he gone. Man, that hurt me, man. That hurt me.
Took a lot out you, man. For real.
Yeah, that's my dog. And the funniest thing is, like, we talk trash to them at state, and then, you know, when we play them, we beat the brakes off them. Beat them like 40-something, 14.
Wow.
And at their field, remember? They was that purple team, KJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Because the week before, they played on that Monday at Eau Claire. They beat the brakes off Eau Claire. We're like, man, you ain't doing none of that. Trick had two kick returns, about interceptions for a touchdown. He was balling.
Yeah, man.
But that became my best friend, man. I miss that, man. I just saw his aunt about 2 or 3 weeks ago at the fish store.
Okay. Yeah. So did you guys play any bowl games?
No, we met. What you talking about, like Senior Bowl or like the Pioneer Bowl type thing?
Yeah, like Pioneer Bowl, like in
No,
your
we didn't make the Pioneer Bowl. 2000 we could have made the championship, but we end up losing one of our games that cost us.
Okay.
Well, it would have been us or Fayetteville State. They won the championship. We had them 27-0. And we ended up losing 32, 33, 33, 34, something like that.
Yeah.
But that cost us.
I understand.
I'll never forget that. I got an interception with like 2 minutes left. We couldn't run the clock out. So we ended up losing the game.
Damn.
So who was competition in the conference, man? At Johnson.
Winston-Salem Central. At the time, Winston-Salem Central. Fayetteville later on. But Winston-Salem and Central was competition. And Livingstone was our rivalry. So, you know, that's going to be tough. Even when they saw it, that was going to be tough. Because
they just played that.
They just you stand up for that game. Even when we had a bad record. If we didn't win no game, we're going to win a Livingstone game. You know what I mean?
We're going to get that one, man. By like the game costs. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Sure.
We're going to get that one.
We got some more clips. It ain't going to be that long. We got Antonio Jamison on the show tonight, former Johnson C. Smith University linebacker. We're going to go ahead and get into this clip. We don't own the rights to this video or the music. Stay with us. This is going to be our last highlight, okay?
The Livingstone Biddle/Johnson C. Smith game.
This where it all started.
What history?
You can see the ghosts of those past legends. It's one of those things that we take it for granted, and then you're overwhelmed by it.
You know, when I see pictures of that game, and you can see the faces of them and how they're standing, and you see mud, and you see uniforms all messy.
That had to be a tough game to pull off in December.
So there was hardly anyone around, if there were anybody around.
In the snow, cold.
I know that scene was crazy. I couldn't even imagine.
I can only imagine the kind of equipment that they wore back in 125 years ago.
Women on the campus were making their uniforms.
Strapped the cleats on, you can only imagine. And then to play.
I think about old-fashioned, classic football. Big on big, man on man, and just being physical.
Couldn't officiate the game properly because you couldn't see the lines because there was ice and snow.
So I can only imagine how tough those guys were, how resilient they were during the game.
If they ask how the game ended,
his final score is 5-0.
You know, it's contradicting stories about, you know, the guy scored a touchdown where he was out of bounds.
It's awesome to talk about it. It's awesome to be in the area that, you know, that you're able to go and see it.
I had a chance to walk where the football field used to be.
Close your eyes and visualize what were they doing 125 years ago. That's special. It really is.
It's an honor for us to have the opportunity to represent Johnson C. Smith University in the game versus Livingstone.
Not many guys get a chance to play in a game like this, and how honored and special it is.
I think this unique bunch from Johnson C. Smith and Livingstone, I think these young guys have been talked about and they've heard the stories enough that I think when they really sit back, they kind of get it and they know that they're a part of something special. They're telling their kids or grandkids or their relatives about, hey, you know, I went to the school that played the very, very first black college football game.
It really makes you proud that we had the first two schools in our conference that were a part of that history.
Yes, sir. We back.
Yeah.
You like that history I brought in?
Yeah. You know that's bred in you. You know that off top.
Yep. You know it. Hey man, so it's a real honor to have you on the show, man. Along with all the
Man, it's an honor to be here, man.
With
you know how much I mess with y'all boys, and you know that ain't the word I want to use.
I know.
I try to keep it PG-13.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We got kids watching. We try to make sure we motivate them and make sure we keep them on track. You know what I'm saying? The only way we can do that is lead by example. So that video there, man, I didn't know that was the first black HBCU college football game.
Yeah.
So
we started.
That's good, man.
All right.
So what is Hammer up to now? What is Antonio Hammer?
Hammer business owner, you know, in the mental health field. You know, raised my daughter. you know, just a business owner, man. You know, mental health, community advancement agency, man.
Okay.
LOL, lots of love. Home health care.
All right, and that's also
Beltrax Trucking.
Yeah. So before you talk about mental health, talk about you coaching youth football for a while.
Oh, I did that from 2004 to when COVID came.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You know, it been like a 10-year run, man. We ain't lost like nothing about three or four games.
In 10 years? That was awesome, man.
On my run, man. And then some of them games we lost was championship games. We got so many championships. West Side Rams started with C-Met. That was that's one of the best. Man, that was the best football league in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
C-Met. But when you know people get greedy, and you got to be about the kids, man.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Man, it was that time I had teams that could have beat JV high school teams, bro.
That's pretty good, man. So let me ask you, what offense or defense did you use? Did you use the same offense from college or high school, or you made your own offense?
All of everything.
You did.
We used that, but we did our own thing. You know,
okay.
I had great offensive coordinators, and I was always the head coach, and I ran the defense. And then I had my input on the offense. So we ran some of Coach Norman's stuff. We ran some of John C. Smith's stuff. Then my offense coordinator, he ran his stuff. So, you know. I had offense coordinators actually. Over time, you know, I had my partner, Garbo. He was my first offense coordinator. Then I had then Mike, our partner Mike was when Garbo had to go do his thing with his child because the child was going to high school. And that's one of the pictures you seen. That was his son. The Tony Garbo, little monster.
That's what's up. Yeah,
my second offense coordinator. Then Mike moved to Texas, and then I got my partner Carl Baxter. Right. Monster in Charlotte on that basketball court.
All right. Did you coach anybody to the next level? Like the league?
Oh, we had a lot of players that go to the league. Right now, who is in the league? Jordan Davis for the Eagles. Chad Surratt from Minnesota. I had a lot of kids. I don't want to miss nobody that went to the league that I know of. Shamir Alexander, I didn't coach him as on my team, but I coached him in the All-Star game, the one for the Green Bay.
Mm-hmm. Jair
Alexander, yo.
What?
Yeah. They need to come to the shop, man. Whenever you get time to talk to them, let them know what we're doing.
Jordan Davis, Chaz Surratt. He was so tough, man. Chaz, that 08 team, I put them. Chaz was on the 2011 team. Yeah, but man, I'm trying to think. It's some more. I've been sipping a little bit, so.
Hammer coach NFL Pro Bowls out.
Yeah, it's a bunch of kids, bro.
That's what's up.
Even if I ain't coached them, I coach against them.
Okay.
So it's a lot. It's a lot.
That's what's up. What's your message to the youth?
Huh?
Go ahead, KJ.
Go ahead, yo.
Go ahead, KJ.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I was about to ask him, what's his message to the youth?
The message to the youth?
Yeah.
Man, hey, without struggle, there's no progress.
Okay. Good one, man.
The great Frederick Douglass.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So
don't ever give up, man. My message is don't ever give up. No matter where you come from. I come from welfare and food stamps.
Man.
I'm doing pretty good right now. So don't ever give up. Don't never let where you from determine where you going.
There you go, man.
You know what I mean? If you got goals, you live by and run with it.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah,
man,
hey, you know how it is, man.
Yeah, hey, Hammer, you got
and don't be peer pressure.
There you go.
Don't be peer pressure.
Hey, Hammer, you got any shout outs, man? You like to make for any coaches, players?
Man, shout out to man, my business partner, Julian Tangle, Anderson Lane, Groove 5 Groove, my social fellowship, John C. Smith, anybody ever play ball with me, OW, my dogs, KJ, Hubert,
all right.
Hug, Corey, Mike, Keto, Hemby, Tim, Jonas.
What's a long list?
Anybody, you know what I mean? Man, Wood Street, Sprinkle, Bain Street, State Court, man, Ernsburg, South Carolina, man. My four-way family, man, Cali Gas, Sharice, Dollar, Nosh, Cousin Cord, Terrence Myers, Warren Myers, Jimmy D.
Hey, you writing this stuff down?
No, I ain't writing that down. I'm coming up with it. That's why I'm missing some people.
Those people he really.
That's why I'm missing some people.
Man, man, that's love right there.
Let me forget my mama, Tammy Jamison, my brother Robert Dexter, Barry Anthony, man, my dogs Reggie Mack, J Rob, my cousin Cool V, my uncle Willie, cousin Jamal, man, everybody, man. If I miss somebody, man, forgive me.
You got a big family.
You know what I mean? But man, it just. Shout out to Ernsburg, South Carolina, baby.
You know what?
Shout out to Charlotte, North Carolina. No Limit Larry. Jessica, the girl next door, Burpee, man. My dog, J Bell. They got the best trick daddy. My partner, Murder, TJ, Poochie, P. Man. Chuck, Big Chuck, man. And man, I'm missing a lot of people.
No,
I just want to give you your flowers, man.
Yeah.
I just want to give you your flowers while we alive.
Man, we got to do that, man. Give y'all flowers too, man. Y'all got to come see me, bro.
We know we coming to
I saw KJ at the concert. Got another one, boy.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man. Hey, it was lit.
And don't MIA.
All right. Hey, so we appreciate everybody tuning in, watching another edition of Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Coates.
Man. Y'all bring me back, man. Even if I'm just with y'all, another person.
Hey, man.
Man, I appreciate what y'all did, man. I love this shit. I love this stuff.
Hey, man, hopefully we'll be on the roof next time, man. Nice little.
Let's do it in person. Let's do one in person.
Yeah, man. Down in Charlotte, man. Might be a good spot right there.
I'll make it happen. Give me a date and I'll set up the venue.
Set it up. We'll be, man. You know what I'm saying?
Date, I set the venue up, man.
All right. Yep.
So, all right, man. Your boy be good, man. Love y'all, man. Peace out. Ernsburg, South Carolina all day.
You know it, man.
My New York Giants, y'all making me miss the draft. I want to do this if I ain't love y'all. We out.
Hey, man.
All right, man.
You love you, man.
All right.
For sure.
Y'all have a good night. We'll tune in next time. Peace.
Hey, you know how you start, man. How you finish now. Keep going.
Yep.
Yeah.